Well, hello, random person. Are you having a hard time getting a PlayStation 5? Yeah, you are. Everyone is. So, we're going to take a look back at the PlayStation 1. It's easy to get a hold of and has an amazing library of games that a lot of people now just haven't played. Or at least they haven't played it in a really long time. So, here at Level 7, we decided to give you guys 5 games worth trying again. We aren't going to tell you the easy ones like Final Fantasy VII, Metal Gear Solid, or Crash Bandicoot, because, well, I mean, you knew about those ones already. I know you know about those ones already. So, we picked some games that you may not have heard of, but are still worth playing today. Or at least, most of them are. Yeah, that's a great way to start a list now, isn't it? Number 5! So, if you're wondering what I meant by most of these are worth playing, this first game is what I was talking about. Not everyone's gonna like this one due to its dated controls and a difficulty spike that is present right out of the gate. But if you like a challenge and are as tired of regenerating health and mindless shooting galleries as I am, then you should definitely try Spec Ops: Stealth Patrol. The first of the series on the PlayStation 1, it was released in the year 2000 by Take-Two Interactive. It clearly has some rough edges, but hey, we're talking about the PlayStation 1. They all have rough edges. And once you're good at it, you can blaze through the whole game in just a couple of hours. But with quick deaths and enemies that can see you before you see them sometimes, Spec Ops makes for one hell of a challenge. Before every mission, you have 5 soldiers that you can pick from, each with their own specialties, like being able to carry more weight, so you can just go crazy on your loadout and bring like 20 grenades with you if you so choose, to being way more accurate with a sniper rifle. Who you pick is important, cause if one of them go down, they're gone. Yeah, permadeath is in here too. A lot of trial and error are needed to make it far into this game, but if you have any love in your gamer heart for those older Tom Clancy games, Spec Ops might be a series you missed that really is pretty damn fun, that has the older military game mentality to it that many of us just crave, and we just don't get it anymore. Since, you know, Ubisoft hates all things beautiful, I guess, you French bastards. And how could you go wrong with difficulty setting sounds like this? That right there is the true sign of a gem. It's beautiful. It's like music. Number 4. Alright, we're gonna flip the script from an ultra-hard military game that you really need to prepare for to a game with aliens and spaceships that go pew 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 and is way more about just having fun than anything else. Invasion from Beyond feels like a tie-in game for Mars Attacks or something. From the humor to the crazy pace, this game is just a freaking blast. As you can see here, you are a pilot, and you get to pick between 3 ships with differing shields, power settings, blah 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 blah. You know the gist. But what makes this game fun are the controls are so freaking tight, and the missions vary quite a bit in each area that you play. Missions can be as simple as shoot all the aliens, to find the scientists on the map and bring them to a turret to fix it, or even to hoard all of the people into a safe house. And unlike Spec Ops, this one is easy to start, but the further you make it into the game, the more aliens the game will start to throw at you while you're trying to protect all the humans on the ground. It just turns into pure chaos, but chaos of the best kind. Invasion from Beyond is fast, fun, and not many people have heard of it. So, you know, give it a shot. Now you've heard of it, right? Right? Number 3! Hey, what games normally come to mind when you think licensed PS1 games? Star Wars? Like, a lot of those. Alien? Spider-Man? Pepsi Man? Yeah, obviously. But how about the warrior princess herself? Xena. Yeah, you heard me, Xena. She got a game on the N64 that was just a decent fighting game, but on the PlayStation 1, we got her at her gaming best. Mainly because the rest of them range from okay to just, yeah, I'll pass. But Xenon on the PlayStation 1 is a 3D action beat 'em up. with just a little bit of platforming goodness. We start the adventure talking to Gabrielle about something. Then we're thrown into the action when Xena sees a friend dead on the ground. Basically, it's an extra Xena episode, and that's always a good thing.
Someone is going to regret this.
The controls are accurate and easy to use, and your potions are even automatic, relieving you of the trouble of having to open a menu or push a button to use one of them. Plus, the fighting is easy to get used to, and you can only get better as you play more and more. From blocking, kicking, swordplay, dodging, and even using Xena's chakram, there's a lot to master. And when you use the chakram, the camera follows it, giving you control of where it goes. It's just a perfect little detail. I love it so much. And with differing environments, no level seems too similar to each other. And the game has all of the campiness Xena fans are used to. All around, a decent game that any action fan or Xena fan definitely need to try for themselves. There is, however, one blaring omission from this game. I haven't seen Bruce Campbell's character, Autolycus, anywhere.
And if you're lucky a little later, I'll let you play with my boomstick.
I can always use more Bruce Campbell, and so can you. The sooner we all accept this, the happier we'll be. I promise.
If you have it, you need more of it. If you have more of it, you don't need less of it. But if you don't already have any of it to begin with, you can't get any of it to get started, which means you really have no idea how to get it in the first place, do you?
Number 2. FPS games on the PlayStation 1. Some would say that they aren't great, but those people ride the bus to work, and the only reason you're talking to them is because you're stuck on the same damn bus for 14 more city blocks. But that's not the point, and besides, this is also a flight sim. G-Police is a blast. To describe the feel of the game as quickly as possible, think FMV plus Judge Dredd flight thingy. It's the future. Space wars happened. People suck. Cops are violent as hell. Now go get them! Okay, so the story is basic as all get out, but the gameplay of flying in these futuristic cities, hunting down baddies, or protecting convoys makes G-Police just mindless fun. Well, sort of. You better do what they ask or you fail the mission and it's game over. But the missions are fun, from shooting down enemy fighters to scanning all of the trucks in an area to locate illegal goods to blow up. It is the perfect blend of shooting bliss with fantastically awful cutscenes.
You were trying to fool with that false name Bull Slater, but it's not gonna work on me.
I'd met some of the
But
pilots already.
that's part of the charm now, isn't it? And I mean, how serious can you get about shooting bad guys in space? Okay, so people have done it before, whatever. Number 1! I take pride in finding games that are cheap and fun, like the other games in this list. But this one is... it's pricey. Sorry, there's absolutely nothing I can do about that. But Neverhood's sequel, Skull Monkeys, is a platformer most people just haven't played. Because a lot of people haven't played the first game either, which is a PC point-and-click adventure. That one didn't sell well enough, so they tried a straight-up sideways platformer for its sequel. Which makes absolutely no freaking sense, but hey, at least we got something. Skull Monkeys takes place immediately after the Neverhood, and continues the story of Clayman and Evil Clog. It's a typical platformer, and there are skull monkeys being tricked by Evil Clog to fight Clayman along the way. And to take out these baddies, you have a couple of options. You can use your hands as a homing missile bird thingy, fart to create a stand-in Clayman that can take a hit and you stay safe, and just all sorts of crazy things. The floating hamster shield is probably my favorite though. This game is great if you think that the OG Marios are just too easy or you've played them to death, because which one of us haven't? But what really sets Skull Monkeys apart from most platformers at the time is the crazy environments and the strange humor. I mean, look at this freaking boss! Look at him! He's both terrifying and beautiful. On top of all of this, there are a couple different endings to earn, making the replayability actually replayable. So if you got some dough burning a hole in your pocket and you would like to try a strange but fantastic platformer, check out Skull Monkeys. If you're new to the channel, thanks a ton for being here, and if you're wondering where the hell is the news, we're going to be changing things up a bit. We're still making the news, just not weekly. Check out our last podcast for more information, but hey, if you like these kinds of videos, let us know. And if you want to see us cover anything else gaming related, let us know. Thanks again for being here, and I will see you next time.